Hey everybody, and welcome to some Boston Blue Beat action here today. I am Toledo, joined by Dormancy here, yeah?
Hello. In fact, you are. Happy to be down here again. This bi-monthly thing. Really good schedule for me personally. Get that day off. Feel like I earned it. And then we're back in the driver's seat. Little Undernight 2. We've got new titles today. Little Fatal Fury.
Yes!
Soon to come. I'm excited for that. I played a little bit before we got over here. I'm feeling crispy's not the right word, but we're getting there. Onwards and upwards, and yeah, lots of love. You know, Blaze Blue always going to be in the mix, so it should be a really good day for tournament. Yeah, I'm excited. You playing anything other than Blaze Blue today?
So I am just, I don't know. I might play casuals of Blaze Blue. I don't know how I'm feeling today. I've not been playing as many fighting games, though my last sprint of playing a bunch of things was I was playing a bunch of Uni a couple weeks ago, and then really grinding and getting some practice in.
Oh yeah.
And then I think it was last weekend, I was playing a whole bunch of CC with Branch, which was a very funny experience. I'll tell you about it after the stream. But right now we're going into here with Sera versus Uber here.
And these are two characters I actually haven't seen here, I think, for a very long time, if ever.
Yes.
Really, really fun matchup. Waldstein with the big arms, resident grappler, but in the way that Hugo is a grappler, right? You're kind of worried about the lariat too. The Nase with so many jumping normals, so many target normals, and so much to do. So I don't know how this will kind of work out. I think you're going to be playing as the aggressor on the side of the Nase here, but if you mess up, you might get command grabbed and lead to a pile of damage here.
Yeah, and it really depends on how you really want to pilot defense. That changes so much of how Wald works. Oh,
yeah.
Good buttons here coming in already. This should, that's
out of the corner.
Drop.
Yeah, one of the worst you could have, really. Positionally, you do not want to be mid-screen if you've already got that corner.
Yeah, not too sure if the God Press was intentional, but the 720 most certainly is here. Only got the single circle, so the bonus damage would have killed before CS, but that ends up leading to the kill regardless. CS gives you a bunch of extra meter to work with at the beginning of the round too, so, oh my
big
god.
Counter hit right to start.
Yeah, we are going to build 100 meter very, very easily. Close to 200, honestly speaking.
You know, that first interaction is so important here with the grid being a factor, right? That gets you started on that race, and you can even slow roll it into a position like this where suddenly you have CS, you have ways to kind of press the offense or maintain a really scary defense.
No, I agree, and especially with all the meter gain you get in this game, it is A-okay to start around with only 50 meter if you're getting the first hit, but more than likely you're going to get build up for a super.
It comes back so fast.
Oh my god.
Oh, the whiff.
Oh, we just do it again.
This is grappler mentality in full effect here with Waldstein.
No.
You have to respect the plus on whiff grab, and it works for the command grabs too in this game.
That is true. If you don't succeed, try again. I can't co-sign it on the grappler end of things, but is it belligerent? Yes. Is it obstinate? Yes. But did it work? Yes. So we move forward.
Yeah. If you don't want this to be the meta, you have to disincentivize it. And it's going to be up to our Nanase here to see if they can do that.
I'm not too sure what was up with the DP on Wald CS there. I think maybe that was an attempt at baiting out maybe one of Wald's options.
Yeah,
trying to RPS around it. But still,
it could have been a misinput too. I believe she's got some plus frames on one of those specials.
She can she's got a lot of RPS tools off of some of her specials, especially with her dive kick and so on.
Yeah.
But I think that was just full committing to the RPS available.
Yeah, it's the kind of character when you play rock, paper, scissors, you have two sets of scissors. You got your kitchen shears and you got your fabric ones, right? And use them for the same thing, but they're a little different.
That is true. Oh my goodness. I got so confused at what the startup animation was on the
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That just a grab?
That was, I think Nanase just straight up jumped, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh my god, no fly zone. Assault JC's going to connect here. Whoa. But not there with the routing. I mean, everything else has been working out for Wald, A-okay, but it's one of those drops where sometimes things can get disastrous very quickly.
Yeah, round one of a tournament too. This is definitely a spot where you are lining those combos back up for the day. And it's not hurting Wald too bad right now, but this could be a pivotal moment, and it's where you start thinking, I have to tighten up.
For sure.
Nice tech.
Oh. There are many characters in this game where a backdash does not feel good. I will tell you one thing, Waldstein is one of them.
Absolutely.
You have to be very mindful of where you're trying to be at if you're trying to backdash against them.
Yeah, I think very prescient of French Red to give Zangief the Dulcim arms in this game.
True.
I think it's a lot of fun. And so does our wall player here, advancing very quickly in the 2-0.
We're joining Masters Anonymous. We're getting out. It is what it is.
We are getting out.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun first set coming on here. We've already cleared through like a bunch of the bracket. So kind of coming up for like round 2. You know, we have Sunshine and Lennox.
Yep.
And then we'll have Ryder versus Aerodat. I do not know who Sunshine plays in this game. I know Lennox plays Landrekia, and I'm mad that I'm forgetting because I literally just played him in like 15 games when I got here.
Sunshine I've never seen play here. I don't know them very well. I will say Lennox has been very excited about Ogre recently too.
He did not play any Ogre with me. He just played Lawn. He was just like, I was playing Ogre.
You were playing Ogre over
I
there?
was playing
okay.
Ogre. He was not playing Ogre.
I saw the match over there, and I saw the Ogre, and then I saw the Lawn, and I was like, I don't know exactly what's going on here. But when Lawn came out, Lennox was very excited about the character.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's going to happen now, but I don't think many other choices in this game would have Lennox swap out. I know the Tsurugi at one point was kind of an exploration.
Yeah.
Lond is like a classic. Lond is a really strong character. I think that Lennox's Lond was like very developed, had a game plan, and it's been working. And so I think you're right. I think we're seeing that on screen right now, a little button check, but Lond is there. Who knows? You know, the Ogre could come out, bring the beast out.
I think it's just going to be Lond. I think it's just going to be Lond.
Yeah, I mean, this character for a while was like the absolute boogeyman of this game.
He still is a boogeyman.
Yeah, he's a boogeyman.
That man sticks out his wand and does this.
Yeah, the Venedivici.
Yes, he's like, go on, hold down the neutral. And
yes,
like
absolutely.
Waving his wand like a Harry Potter character. There it is.
Yeah.
See what I mean, man?
Wand on deck. And we are going to see the Tsurugi, though, on the side of Sunshine.
Yes. This character also belligerent. I will say this right now.
I think if I take some time with this game, it's going to be Tsurugi first.
Yes.
I do love the shield arm. I do like going in.
Yes.
And I think Tsurugi would benefit me greatly on either front there.
Yeah, and we have another Tsurugi in bracket. We're not going to see him on stream unless he makes it a little farther up. But Pierre also plays Tsurugi. Oh
Pierre
my god. No tech on the gold throws. That might be some push-ups. I can't lie.
Yeah, you got to keep track at home because we've got a lot to look at here. But if you guys can get the pen and paper out, we will cash out on that workout a little after the set.
Oh, he is +8 and just Sunshine just immediately clicking the DP on the interaction. Oh, God, J3 is not going to work out here for you today, buddy.
Yeah, shield counterplay is going to be really strong into a player like Lennox who does like to have like a sort of a syncopated aggression. If you could just stick that out and sort of like delay parry into combo, it's going to be really beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on, oh my goodness. This isn't going to be a ton of damage, but again, it's going to be the corner and a pretty decent position here. Oh my god. That's almost 4K off of what felt like an awkward pickup.
Yep, 4K for fun was kind of the nature of this last patch for this game, I believe. And not everyone can do it super effectively, but you can get really clean hits into 4K without asking too much and spending too much either.
Oh, that's a really unfortunate drop, but we call them happy little resets in this part of the States.
Yeah, maybe a little more fortunate than we realized there. Quick jab to pick back up and 2600 on the board. That'll give you a little V next to your name.
What if you wanted a round start option that was like +10 and was really good?
Yeah, the 100-meter get into jail free card.
Get in the jail free card is actually, I might have to use that. I cannot lie. Get in the jail for free is crazy. that's absurd.
Lennox's reverse situation though, now looking really good. Corner pressure online.
This 200-meter, no, you cannot be dropping.
But again, it's playing out. No one's going to tell Lennox he can't do it. And I think that's going to be what it takes to win this one for Sunshine. It's got to find a Abare in that situation that makes Lennox feel bad for dropping that combo.
Yeah, we want to talk about a little bit of an Abare. I think round start with force function, block into immediate 2A follow-up will certainly get the party started here. This is already nearly half Landrekia's health gone.
All right, and just trying to slow it down, looking for counterplay on the offense.
That was J2C startup. You walked back into J2C. I know what kind of person you are. I saw Tsurugi. throw the shield under his foot. Oh my god. Gonna be a lot of damage. Concentrate as well. Flower for the Oki here. Ooh!
Stepped on.
I really like the recognition there from Lennox. In all the other situations, right, you see him like kind of go for like a jab there, but kind of on recognizing like, hey, this might be a DP out from like this drop combo, like backed off for a moment. It's like, okay, hold on, let me double check the. Oh gosh.
Oh, there's a Dragon Punch for you, and not gonna see anything from it. Tsurugi's pluses coming in here. Nice.
And that's so far. CDP from the Ender, that's going to be cycle guaranteed as well. Trying to CS in order to probe out some of the decisions. Yeah, I don't know if Sunshine spotted the jump startup.
Right.
And that's why they kind of was like, oh, okay, I should jab here. Because Londrekia up forward JC is very, very powerful, you know, for beating some of the run-up throw options here. So I wonder if that's some of the like counterplay that.
Yeah, maybe just looking for that freeze frame just to kind of like survey a bit, right? And
block on the Assault JC, but it's going to be the Rekka that catches up. I don't know if Lennox has a side swap for this scenario,
couldn't find it at the very least. And, oh, gonna get jabbed. Can Sunshine finish the play here?
Oh,
with
my
ease, no problem.
I, for some reason, thought it was going to be like 6-6B special cancel, and I got very concerned.
Yeah, it looked like dropsies.
Oh
okay, subway surfing. Oh my goodness.
No!
That's not the punish.
Oh my god. You cannot be asleep at the wheel when you're trying to drive the pace of the match.
That's okay. Hands up, eyes up, locked in. Got the corner.
Flower setup, going to be able to concentrate, speed up the cycle slightly.
Ooh, interesting.
No punish though, Sam.
Yucky.
I can hear Lennox from here yelling about that.
Check your buttons, my man. Okay, big swing.
So one thing that I wonder, because I don't end up, oh my god, 6B. No CS though.
Overhead, no sauce.
Techable.
Great tech.
Oh!
The DP, okay.
We can't stand our opponents being plus.
Oh, nice.
I like the guard cancel. 6-6C from that far? Oh my god. He had to go for 2-3-6. He's going to block it. No! Cannot be doing that. So one problem that I'm noticing Lennox is running into is because, like, while Londrekia has, like, absurd mid-range buttons, his 2B, like, while it's pretty good, oh my god, he got domed. While his 2B is pretty good, it's not necessarily, like, at the, like, pinnacle of some other very silly mini buttons.
Yeah.
So you see him, like, try to go for 2B there in order to intercept.
Yes.
But by the time, like, it's about to come out, he's already getting counter hit. So he's having a very difficult time trying to, like, find places for it. I don't know if even, like, Rekka would be, like, the mid-screen poke that he's looking for, but, like, you can see, like, as Sunshine leans on force function more, that's a thing that Lennox is struggling with.
Yeah, I think this whole round, Lennox is kind of struggling to find some footing. And the subway car there has been just kind of deleting the health bar. So Sunshine's been weaving that in a little bit more discreetly.
Oh!
Here we go. This is the classic.
Oh, my God. Again, the force function usage is something that Lennox cannot deal with currently.
Yeah, he's got to find an answer for that. And he's played this character. I know he knows there's counterplay, but the ability to access it is really the issue here.
Yes.
Okay, big combo here. Sunshine riding the momentum as well. And again, backing out, just looking for an answer, or maybe not, just kind of going in a different way.
I'm actually shocked Sunshine did a GP on that interaction.
This is where you look for that side switch. Okay, there's something.
Hop over, we're fine. Look for the reversal options.
Chillin'.
No. 2 and 4 ends up connecting. This is great. Plenty of damage. You still keep the cycle. You drop it, but you care. Okay, now we care a lot. Now we care a lot.
Yeah, this is bad.
Ay. Should this combo pass by, that is certainly a dead Iceman.
And that should do it. Absolutely. Well, 2-1 to Sunshine here with Tsurugi.
And
we're going straight to the PlayStation Store.
It's rough, dog. Oh.
We're buying the Tsurugi tuxedo costume.
Oh
Let's go.
That'd be sick if they gave him a tuxedo costume, actually. I would rock
Give it
that
to everybody.
But yeah, that was just unfortunate, I would say,
Yeah.
for Lennox in a lot of ways. You know, we were seeing a bunch of the drops throughout the set, but it was working out decently in his favor. And I think, as you were mentioning earlier, Sunshine really did end up tightening up.
Yeah, you could see it kind of in two directions, because Sunshine was tightening up, was finding the offense that he wanted, and at the same time, like, the drops, I think, were putting, like, Lennox in a spot where he had to focus more on like executional correction than game state, and that is a really tough spot to be in. It's something that I think happens a lot early on in the bracket too, where if you haven't like warmed up, if you're feeling rusty, those things happen, and then you're thinking about like what should I have been doing to finish that combo instead of what should I be doing in neutral. You can put yourself in a really rough situation super fast if you're not able to kind of like shake that off and be like, okay, I just need to play my game, and we'll figure it out on the fly. But either way, you know, both players got to kind of have their fun in that. The 2-1 is solid, and we saw a fight put up like round after round. There's only one or two where it felt like someone was just kind of like sat in the corner. So, yeah, you know, Lennox will have some time to shake off that rust and jump through losers, come back for some vengeance.
Yes, we will see. We'll see how Lennox does as this bracket is progressing here. Right now, we have Ryder and Aerodat. So Ryder was playing a bunch of Tsurugi, and I know. Oh, okay, he's on the Tsurugi today. Because at weeklies, like I'll see him boot up the Ogre because I know he really likes that character.
Yeah, yeah. Ogre, I think reminds me a little bit of like as a little bit of Slayer. Like has kind of this like vibe, even if the moveset's not exactly the same. But Tsurugi is definitely another brawler. Like, not a bad choice for someone like Ryder.
Tsurugi is this guy, if you want to talk about brawler.
Yeah.
Tsurugi is in the mud, and he wants to scrap with you as much as possible.
Yeah, he starts fights.
He definitely does. Oh, my God.
It is fun to see Gordo on the screen, though. This character kind of, like, terrorized an earlier version of this game, and now is, like, considered maybe middle of the road, but, like, effective.
Yeah, I think, like, you know, the EL days, I was not there for that for when he was on the streets, so to speak.
Yeah, I wasn't playing, but you could see it. It was one of those characters where in bracket you might have like 6 out of top 8.
Yeah.
And it's just like the other two people are just like, you know, heroes of the world. But
we were talking about all that while Ryder just like
ran it over.
Beat the crap out of
yeah.
Aerodat. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, 6 XP round start. That's a 9-frame lower at the round start. Are you blocking low or are you getting
fast launcher? Yeah. They don't let you do that in Tekken. It's oh, and then the fadeaway. Okay.
I think maybe he was looking for. I don't know if it was intentional or if he was trying to jump. Oh, speaking of pops. Oh,
okay.
No.
So Aerodat given kind of a chance to breathe here and show what this character could do. Very fun combos. You have this command grab as well.
Oh yeah,
see it now.
Oh my God.
It's really just like a turn skip. It doesn't do a ton of damage. You get your grade, you get a little bit of points off of it, but it's just a way to check someone and make them open up out of the throw game.
Yeah, it's Sim is interesting in a couple of ways here. Oh, he's not going to be able to kill off this confirmed, but this is like very close to like.
Oh yeah.
And I think it was just because I don't know if it was whether it was the scaling or whether he CS'd and then got rid of his damage. Whoa!
Wow, just jabbing right out of the overhead. Okay.
Shocked. Pressing on like a gourd like 2A, like a singular 2A when he was looking for like 2-2Xs. Oh! 2C armor, but it ends up not being enough. Surprisingly, that button is very, very, very crazy. Oh my God, Ryder.
I feel like Tsurugi is a really fun character to kind of see how like the high and low crush game opens up in this, right? Because like you have these jump-ins that just go right over lows. You have that are like very clearly like a punish to it, and then the like slide can go like over these high buttons too. So the character really rewards someone who has a good sense of offense and like in neutral.
Mind you, the reward for all of these is very hair juiced.
Oh yeah.
If you happen to be wrong on your defensive RPS, and Tsurugi selects, you know, one of many good options, you are going to get struck. And if somebody's optimized, you're eating 4K.
Yeah, guaranteed. That's like your best case scenario.
Yeah. It can get very dicey very, very quickly here. The damage here in particular isn't as big, but getting sent to the corner is not very fun. You see some of the shields come out here, and Ryder immediately accounting for that with the 2-1
Oh, the walk under.
This is looking pretty good. Needs another hit to get it done, unless he wants to spend it all on an IW here.
I don't hate it, but yeah, the Oki is just going to do it. I mean, the life lead there is just so outrageous. You might as well keep 100 for the next one.
It's going to be very, very difficult. Especially because, you know, Gordo without meter, in terms of defensive options, like, it can get very dicey. You know, he does have his man grab reversal. He does have the strike reversal. But when you don't have that meter, like, his jabs are not necessarily great.
Yeah, CS too, right? Like, that's your metered option for getting up in the corner. And then your overhead you can cover with CS. I mean, it's such a powerful mechanic in this game. Everyone benefits from it, but some characters really need it.
Yeah, we see a CS, like a defensive CS come out right here, actually, and what lets Ryder win this interaction. In fact, he even TRM'd Arrow. Whoa, that was a good 5C. Wow.
And the pickup, too. Yeah, 200 meter on deck. I mean, there's no way out of that one when you're playing against a player like Ryder.
Yeah, that timing, I actually really love the timing on the 5C there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a rebeat or what, but calling out the assault there was pretty good. You know, the assault for Arrow, you know, would end up at least hopping over the 2C.
Right, right.
But that was pretty sick, actually.
The awareness for the pickup, too, you know?
Yes.
Like, something like that. The air counter hits in this game can bring you, like, everything you want, but you have to be ready for it. And so there's a level of, like, confidence that comes with playing that neutral state. And, like, when you find something like that, turning it from, like, a stray into a punish, you know, that's where you start getting, like, the good players kind of showing up.
Yeah, it can be a little weird, you know? It's not necessarily a game like, I don't know, maybe MBTL, definitely CC, where like you air counter hit someone with a jab and you watch them in hit stun for like 5 seconds and you're like, oh, I guess I'm picking up.
Yeah, yeah, the whole screen flash is red, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it makes me, when I play CC and I'm like, okay, great, I'm going to go for a jump in, everybody's anti-airs like kind of suck.
Yeah.
And I try to jab, or rather somebody jabs me and I'm just stuck there and I'm contemplating it.
Yeah.
And then they just hit me with a back turn combo, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fair. I guess.
I see.
Yeah.
Good game.
Basically, it is very fun though. That is a.
Yeah, I'd like to play that more. I picked it up on like my computer. I don't know, 5 years ago. Like it was before. I think it was before Type Luminar. Just before Type Luminar came out, and it's like I was playing PCL. Very cool, very hard. I don't know if every character in that game feels as hard to play as that one does, but like the movement is super fluid, but takes so much getting used to. And then your combos come out, like you're dialing that stuff super quick.
Yes.
You're like double jumping in the middle of it, like on like a quarter beat, you know? But when you see people playing at that high level, it's just like, again, super fluid. It's like beautiful to watch. Definitely a game that I want to play more of. All these older games, I feel like have so much like, I don't know, something behind them, like, you know, aura. Like, it's just, it's very.
I feel like you just threw that out there.
It's like, but it's like, it's so different. When you see someone playing those at the highest level, there are just moments where both characters are like standing completely still, and you don't see that as much in this, like the newer titles, right? Like, it's not that you don't want to play active, but it's like everything feels a lot more conscious and like, there's so much more counterplay that it feels like both players at a high level are thinking about like XYZ all the time. And you can really see it.
It is a lot going on. It is a very difficult game to parse in some ways, but like any other like very movement heavy game, you find people in a lot of cases like getting their reward based on positioning or you know, even being able to just like nab most of their hits through just like a very well-timed interruption or something. There's a whole bunch of other aspects to it. Messed up characters. PCL, as I understand, is pretty unique in the context of CC. Like most people usually call like PCL. I forget if it's HPCL specifically, but they call her like a placement character. I always forget.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot going on under the hood in that game.
Yeah.
And you know, with Undernight 2, it is a very interesting. It's very interesting to swap between a lot of the older French Red games, or at least the older French Red versions of games.
Yeah.
And Undernight 2. The ways in which it holds on to that, let's go, certain things, etc., etc. I know that Mr.B came on earlier and mentioned that we might be having a little bit of a pause here. So Mr.B is learning Wagner and has been playing Wagner for like a few months now. So get this. So it's at locals, and I'm hanging out, I'm chilling. Mr.B goes, "Yo, Tweeta, going on a new character." I'm like, "All right, which character?" He looks at me and he goes, "Wagner." And I was like, I feel like Wagner's matchups versus and Orient's matchups are not that much different. Well, hold on. I'll get into it in a second. I know that, you know, as a result, like, of like learning Wagner and taking a lot of his time with learning her, like it has been a bit of an experience, especially against some folks like Sunshine, Pierre, and a couple of others. You know, Pierre, we'll see him later.
Oh yeah.
But right now, this is looking like some pretty standard strike throw here. Nothing super crazy going on for you.
I'm under the impression from talking to folks last time I was here that Wagner is a counterfeit. This is the secondary for a reason, and I think that it may have been Tsurugi was like the target here.
No, it wasn't Sarugi. Dang it, who did he tell me? It was Laundrecchia. I think it was Laundrecchia.
Laundrecchia, okay.
It was Laund or something. And he was like, the Laund matchup as Poirier sucks. And he was like, you know what, I'm just going to play Wagner instead. And I was like, buddy, the Wagner-Laund matchup is not that much.
It's not perfect.
No, there's a lot of aspects to it. Obviously, it's not on screen, so I'm not going to get into the weeds of it.
Yeah,
unless,
yeah.
You know, we have some time.
And right now, finding trouble into Sarugi, the other character we were just talking about. And I think if you're targeting Sarugi, first of all, you're going to be doing a lot of targeting right now, looking at top 8. Second of all, it's not quite working out yet.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Wagner is fine against Sarugi. I don't think there's anything like especially bad or what have you in this matchup. One of the problems that Mr.B is running into is that like he's expecting Sunshine to. Whoa, that was a great 6B.
Yeah,
Should
nice.
be able to swap sides here if he so chooses. Ends up getting same side off of the J2 6B. That's fine.
Yeah, we can just go corner to corner instead, I suppose.
Yeah, gonna concentrate maybe a little bit, or opts for the double buff instead. It's fine.
Yeah, I like the installs. You get a lot of mileage off of those. They let you do some goofy stuff here.
That was such a good pickup for the 6-6 FF at that range. That was so sick.
Look at the damage there, too.
CS
35.
available as well. Should be able to spend it. Yeah, he definitely gets a kill here. It's just a matter of how much meter do you want to spend.
Oh,
No!
never say never.
Okay.
Ah, nice. Okay.
We backdash 6-6C. So one move that you're seeing come out from Mr.B a bunch too is that, you know, you're seeing Wagner like jump up and twirl. That's her J4FF.
Yes.
Mr.B is using it a lot because he's either expecting a lot of like dash up like 2As or he's expecting a lot of run up throws from Sunshine. But Sunshine has not been opting for it as much. Right now I think Mr.B is like kind of finally got the memo, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so now you see him like either mashing or he's like up backing, should be able to punish.
Nice. That was a wild punish there. Just knowing that CS will cover your, I guess I want to say approach, but really just getting out of the way.
Yeah. He ended up dropping the 6-6C here. Sunshine's going to take the hit, get Vorpal as well off of that, so that makes it very awkward. Lots of plus frames to work with. Good respect
CS
from
out.
both players.
Nice. I mean, Mr.B is definitely someone who is willing to take the slow game on these if needed.
Oh my god.
Especially into a character like this, where if you, we were talking earlier, you get punished, it hurts real bad.
Yeah.
And look at that, just like the walk and block, run up, find your opening, and 200 meter on deck. This could be something pretty massive.
It's a matter of how. I'm not too sure if this
going
IW
in?
is actually going to be able to get it done. Yeah, it's not enough. He had to find a different route from there, but it's decent. But any big hit will definitely get it done here. Cycle as well. No CS on the 6C. Full confidence in that. Oh, no! See what I mean? Mr. B keeps like expecting a throw at.
The tech out!
My god.
So unfortunate for Sunshine.
That is tragic. But yeah, you can see that Mr. B is like, okay, and now you're going to throw me. And then Sunshine's like, what do you mean?
there's like such a funny like player matchup situation there, right? Where you expect someone to kind of like adjust when they see you doing that option over and over again and it's not working. You think they're gonna think you're gonna stop doing it. So far, not the case. Okay, big pickup here. We got that corner again.
Oh my gosh. Good pressure.
Good
pressure!
Oh, yeah.
You cracked. All right.
I mean, this is why you play Wagner, right? Like, nice damage. Wow.
Dude, that's some good offense. The 2-1-4A as well to guard point, like a potential mash option, is really good. It would lose to, oh my god. Not quite there for the pickup. Popped up a little too high due to like the rebeats that Mr. B was going for. Was not expecting the hit, so it ended up being one of those like kind of scenarios here.
Ooh, doesn't find anything.
Right option, wrong spacing. Should be able to DP. Let's see what comes up next. Woo! All right, throws are coming out now. Let's see what Mr. B's options are.
Oh my goodness.
We are hitting buttons.
Yeah, what a punish. It looked like it had to have been a misinput here. And catching the backdash as well. Mr. B looking really strong in this corner. Has 100 meter.
Oh,
yeah, we're going in.
Too. Dang.
Wow, clean.
That was really good. Why is this saying that? Oh, okay. Somebody said that's tough, man. I don't know if that was Mr. B. Some flight young fella. But that was really fun. I as a guy that used to play a lot of Wagner, while I did get bored of playing the character, watching people learn the character and adapt their offense and their defense is very, very fun to watch.
Yeah.
She is so fast. She has like she has a few things that I think are interesting in terms of like the theory of it. In practice, it's not for me. I think I just want to make people guess too much. But
yep. Yeah, she puts on like a lot of pressure up front, and like if someone's not comfortable with that, they're gonna pay for it, basically.
Yeah, and like So it's funny. So playing Wagner made me ignorant to a specific thing for Undernight 2. In that like each character's like stagger windows are unique. And so it's not like perhaps other games where it's like, okay, as long as you're in the middle of the recovery, you might be able to stagger into your different Gatlings and so on and so forth.
Right.
Wagner staggers are really, really good. And so you end up with this very fast-paced offensive character with great rebeat data, a couple of ways to reset pressure, as well as good stagger windows to kind of enforce like whether you're like challenging her or not.
Yeah.
And so you see a lot of the interplay with that when a Wagner's running a really, really good offense.
Yeah, the installs have like a kind of an added effect there too, where suddenly you can have like super armor off the rip.
Yeah. So the shield buff, while you don't see it as much on offense, it can make for very, very funny scenarios.
Yeah.
When you do like the charge tackle on like some people, we saw that play out in game. Oh, they're doing the mirror. This is gonna be
I was gonna say earlier, if you're targeting Tsurugi, you're on the right meta call today. Pierre and Ryder.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is a slugfest player matchup.
I've watched Pierre play.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know what is to come.
Yes, absolutely. It's happening as we speak.
The double 6-6B.
I've confirmed.
That's 4.
We've got Ryder on the black shirt here, the Express Classic. Pierre in the white button down. So keep an eye out. I think either of these players could be kind of mistaken for the other in style to a degree, right? Like they're both trying to and one you out. They're going to brawl, guaranteed. No like slow play until they absolutely have to, and they can do it, but they don't want to.
These guys press buttons.
Yeah, look at this.
They're button pushers. I'm actually shocked the guard point didn't kick in, or maybe I'm like mistaken about the guard point interaction on Super.
Full screen DP wish punish. You'll have to see it.
It was
nothing wrong with that.
A wish granted.
Yeah, absolutely. Genie says 2 more. You're good.
Pretty much. Genie said the first one's free.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 wishes for Tsurugi.
Oh my god. I'm not going to be able to count the number of 6-6Bs. But just
no,
the amount
absolutely
of,
not.
like, they're backdashing each other's 6-6Bs, mind you. Like, they know it.
I mean, they both know the character very well, right? Like, they know the things that frustrate them when they're playing against somebody.
But a pickup! That is
nasty.
so sick!
Yeah, look at this.
That spacing is mad far, too. That was sick. Okay.
Yeah, Riders confirms, in general, just, like, always aware of the situation. Wow, okay.
Not too sure if this is a side swap or if we're just kind of definitely dragging him. Should be adding a mid screen, but that's looking very, very nice.
Ooh!
Not quite it there for the DP.
Wow, quick 2 for Pierre.
Yeah, and again, I expect this to continue to be a slugfest.
Oh, what are we doing here?
He's going to the ogre.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I have not played this matchup, but I expect this to be very annoying for Ryder in a few ways, mostly because like one of Ogre's noted weaknesses is his staggers. His Ogre's buttons, all but like a couple of them, don't really have great stagger points, so it can be a little easier to challenge him once you get an understanding of like the.
Yeah, I mean this is an option.
That's just him. He's playing ping pong by himself.
Yeah.
That was truly like you booted up Pong at like the historic museum for like video games.
Why you're thinking about characters like once again right here, just like I don't know about all this.
Oh no. Okay, thrown out of the corner. Oh god.
Trickery. Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is the Pierre moment. Unfortunately, you can't change that at character select.
Instant J2C because you think someone's going to sweep is so rude.
It's so funny, and it works out really well. I mean, we saw the crossover J2C not even getting punished, right? It's a pretty good option here, and working out great for Pierre.
Ryder's getting hit.
Yeah, I want to see what this character does, and I don't know if I'm going to get the chance.
I'm watching like the tragic like character die in an anime and they get beat up a bunch while like protecting the ones they love.
The mid-boss energy emanating from this guy.
It's the turning point in like the series where you're like, oh, it's done.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
okay.
no!
Oh, too far out.
Piloted the 6B. Oh my god.
Yeah, dome check, but doesn't do anything.
Okay, this is a good. Oh damn. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That
and
was
the
2-4.
conversion. 200-meter on deck.
Oh
They're gonna drop it.
That
okay.
is so awkward. Okay.
Signs of life. Now, can Tsurugi armor through the detonation thing, the poison?
Yes? CS? Okay, 2-1-4B. No, Ryder! I'm going to yell at him so much.
No coaching.
Okay.
No coaching, Tuito.
Throw him? Okay, no, it's fine. Good 6-speed, but no.
Good duck. Bummer. Okay, well.
It is a bummer.
You hate to see it. It was coming online. Starting to see the magic there. But you need a little polish. I think the game plan was playing against Tsurugi rather than as Tsurugi was the problem. You know what I mean? Like, and honestly, against Pierre. I think Pierre's style, very specific. And we know Tsurugi to be this kind of character, but Pierre does it just a little different.
I don't know what it is, man.
They call it a je ne sais quoi.
It might be. He might have some type of je ne sais quoi. I don't know, man. It's indescribable, truly.
Yeah.
Anywho, that does end up setting up our winners finals. So that will be Mr.B versus Pierre. And then in our loser side of things, Ryder will be playing against Avery Chu.
Yeah, Avery Chu taking a 2-0 over Lennox in losers. And Sunshine waiting on one of two players, Aerodat or Dahe. So that'll kind of set losers up for us down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking
and
good.
Now let's see. In terms of that's pretty good. Sorry, I'm trying to cycle through like who we would be expecting first. But yeah, I think we're just waiting on them to finish up some of their games here. I guess in the meantime, to talk about a couple of things that are going on in the Boston Blue Beat side of things. Naturally, we have this bi-monthly today. We'll be running through CF and a few other games for y'all as well. And then in July, from around the 18th, 19th, around that weekend, of course, we have Beach episode.
Yeah, that's it. Next bi-monthly is gonna go crazy.
Yes, it is on the next. It is on the bi-monthly schedule. Actually, that's mad funny. Oh my god. Hold on, we have our players up here already. Yeah, this is looking like Ryder and Avery here.
All right, so Wagner and Ogre, pretty defined metagame we have here in Boston for this. Seen a lot of double picks on these characters, so it's kind of cool to have that. I mean, having someone who plays the same characters you do in your scene is really nice because you can kind of like piggyback off their findings, right? Like, and you can develop your game based on theirs, and vice versa. So, we'll see. I don't know if your thoughts on Ogre are being reflected in this play right now, but the Mr.B Wagner could give Avery Chu a little bit of magic. Yeah, lots of like.
He didn't kill. He could have killed. Oh, there's pain. There's pain. And I say this because like. Oh my god. Okay, that's a good dash on there.
Yeah,
I like
excellent
that a lot.
round.
That's a great 2B as well. I can't even lie.
Massive pickup, okay. I don't think there's any way to kill from Half-Life, but you can get pretty close.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my goodness. And the pickup, that was so sick.
That 2-4C was sent from afar. Jesus.
Now, I think Ryder going on Ogre for this like part of the tournament does kind of speak to maybe wanting to run it back later, right? Like, you're doing this to get the warm-ups in. You're trying to polish the game plan so that you're not running to the drops you were last time.
Oh, for sure. It can be a little difficult, though. Sometimes, like, okay, force function connects. Oh, wait, that actually caught the startup of 2-4C. That's why there was the screen flash there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Had to have been a 2-4C. And it wasn't, like,
wild trades.
Yeah. And honestly, like, for the amount of, like, oh my god.
Wow. 180 meter for you. That's nice. Oh!
I'm telling you, meter is candy.
Incredible.
Go to the shop and get some like caramel or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Nice little grandma.
It's flowing from the streams. All right, one up. So we got a round apiece. Wild opener.
Truly. Lots of staggers on the 6B. That is pretty minus. You do have to shield it if you want to end up getting like a strike punish. And if you're not as familiar with character smart steer enders, then like sometimes timing the shield can be a little awkward. Looking for a frame trap off of the punch flurry here.
All right, light confirmed there. That's good. A little bit of action and install. You know, you're playing more for resources than damage at that point. Oh, the pressure.
Yeah.
The strong rebeats.
I don't think Ryder is feeling super confident in terms of like where to press on some of these rebeats. This combo is not going to kill, but this effectively is going to guarantee the double buffs. He ends up swapping the order, so he still has shield available for the shield bash.
All right, cashing him out.
Oh, no punish though.
And just maintaining the corner with that too.
Well, That's not.
Oh my goodness.
You went for jab? I don't even know if the 214A was in plus range there. And we mash!
Ah!
Ryder! Kill him!
See, this is the first game where I heard the term Abare. Undernight was when they were like, guys, can I talk to you about Abare? And I was like, yes, what's that?
Where did I even hear that for the first time?
It's well practiced in Undernight, I would say.
I could go on a soapbox about that actually. Undernight, like circa like mid 2010s, like is like, oh, this is the game you just block, you don't really like you option select, you're playing around that. Oh, this is really good 6 speed. Alright, you should be able to do it. Nice.
Yeah, huge damage.
Yeah. But dude, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is a mashing game. You press buttons in this game.
The masher's paradise.
True, like you mash way more than you would think. Oh my god. Alright, this is like all the way to the corner depending on the route. Okay. He doesn't go for a command grab ender for his routing, but that's fine. Alright, 5 connects.
I will say, any game that's going to be displayed on this stream today, I am a 2A enjoyer.
Yeah.
When Fatal Fury comes up, if you were to see me on there, it's a Kotamaru big leg. That's the whole
big
game
leg?
plan. That's it. I got no combos. It's just jab them out, see what happens.
Oh my god.
And yeah, Ryder going for that right now too and paying for it. Shield's looking very spicy. Not going to do enough damage here, and not paying for it this time. 200 meter on deck too.
He's probably gonna. I think Avery might just look for a reversal option here, but the 60
You
connects.
better hope you
wait.
find one.
He can actually pick up and kill here. Oh no, he didn't special cancel! Okay, now this is really dangerous. Okay, guard cancels out. Lots of meter to work with. Cycle should go.
What are we looking for? No!
Oh my god. Oh no.
The spaghetti is all over the walls
Overhead,
today. I cannot
block
believe that
high.
overhead. Clean.
That's
staying
the
alive.
classic. That's the classic. Oh my god, the very end of drill. I'm actually surprised that Avery, like, I don't know if Avery just mashed the follow-up or not, but either way, converting after that, like,
oh my goodness, the step!
Block low.
Wow. Okay, Ryder is feeling the pressure. Avery's smelling blood.
No!
This could be everything.
This is, oh god. Wait, that's not even death yet.
Little damage.
Oh my god.
Can't find it.
Are you going to deep?
Okay.
Okay. What next?
What do you want here?
Would you VO for $20?
No!
It's fine.
$20, 10 push-ups.
The Oki here isn't crazy. No, we're fine. Avery's fine.
Ogre CS, though, is wild.
Yeah, 2-1-4 BCS is great. Not the force function CS. That's it's kind of whatever. That's
No!
plus at that range. Avery looks for like 2-1-4 plus frame range all the time, and I don't think Ryder is necessarily prepared for that. The way that you beat that sort of thing is that you just shield. If you shield it, then Wagner is like will always be minus, and she will lose her special cancel, so she can't try to like frame trap you or anything. But I think Ryder was very focused on like escaping or getting out of pressure in different ways, so he wasn't willing to show shield, which would have like nullified some of the 2-1-4 usage there from Avery.
Yeah, another position where you have to be thinking about your character more than usual, right? Like if you're swapping into this ogre, trying to like train that up in the moment, it means you get to think about Wagner less, and that can be a lot of trouble. I think a lot of situations where Avery 2 got a really good hit were like very knowledge check dependent, right? Like you were talking about a lot of plus frames, a lot of frame traps off specials. There was some really clean, like perfectly spaced like 5Bs I saw, and it was up to Avery 2 to be ready for those moments, and they were. But Ryder, I think, was just like having to work too hard on Ogre to really focus on the matchup as much.
I think so too. That's one of those things where, you know, while you're in the process of learning the character, Ogre can feel a little weird at times. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Very, very fun. He can feel like slightly odd in terms of like piloting him.
Yep. He does seem a little bizarre, and it's kind of hard to put your finger on like why that is. Like,
well, in my opinion, and you know, maybe uneducated, I don't know. One of the things that can feel weird is his projectile.
Yeah.
He only has
the flick?
Not the flick. The flick is weird though. Actually.
Yeah,
so
it looks weird.
You're right. It's weird because you can't force function it on. You can't CS on whip.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
So like you can't like throw it out and be like, okay, I have CS. Let me check this.
Right.
The startup is pretty slow. get this is Vorpal trait is that it recovers 3 frames faster.
Okay.
It's I don't know. There's a whole bunch of other weird stuff.
Yeah,
but
very, very bizarre.
yeah.
Okay, you know what? We got Tsurugi on the screen.
It's
Who would've
Boston
thought?
loves Tsurugi.
I get it. I mean, okay, first of all, I did say last time I was here, it was St. Patrick's Day weekend, right? Tsurugi, by far, the most Boston character in this game. Just look at this guy.
He truly is.
I've seen dozens of this dude walking around downtown today. Tell me I'm wrong. Look at him. He's got the short sleeve button up with a tie on outside, no reason.
I could see him.
This is the most Boston guy I've ever seen
I
in
could
my
see
life.
him walk around Fenway.
Yeah.
I could see him definitely
He's going to the Star Wars Red Sox game.
coming out of Lansdowne, and he's ready to start screaming.
He brought that shield to a baseball game. They're like, you cannot have that here. He's like, what do you mean? Like,
That 2-3-6-C is the most winning.
yeah, that is 100 meter. What do you mean? It's like they let him have it. They let him bring it in. Okay, got the corner too. Sunshine looking really strong here. We'll see if Dahe can make something happen. Konan, really cool character, but would you really want to be playing in a range, I would say, about 10, 15 feet further back than this?
Yeah.
With more life than that as well, I would say.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen rep for Phonon is like there are still a lot of like mainstays for like this character. You know, in the States in general, like you'll always see Glacy like pull up when it's around like Midwest locals, and you'll still see Silent on Hunter at like Texas. Recently plays very well at Texas Showdown, for example.
She's really fun. This is the character I played when I was playing this game a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
And just like having those long range normals, but being able to like weave through them in the way that like Hilda, you're still doing all of this like you know, these Magic Series kind of combos, and being able to break that up. You have really unique ways to apply pressure with this character from long range.
One thing that's surprising that's happened twice now with Sunshine, they're committing to the follow-up on their 2-3-6-A really often. Like, they're not even frame trapping it. So, like, even if, like, Dahe was, like, holding north, it would not have resulted in anything. And they're placing themselves in, like, really awkward positions where, like, they're losing some interactions for that.
Yeah. It seems like a really confident offense. Like, it's going to be up to Dahe to be able to, like, put the damage on, punishing those things, in order to make it, like, Sunshine's job to change up, right?
For sure.
Oh, my goodness. Pickup? So this character has really unique pickups in a lot of places on the screen, but they're tough. You have to be super aware. You have to know exactly what you want to be doing next. And I think a lot of the combos have been falling a little bit short. Positioning, Oki hasn't quite hit, but you can take up some real space with those normals.
These are such strange hits. Like, there's a lot of drops, but, like, some of these hits are, like, genuinely, like, awkward.
Yes.
To convert from, like pretty much everything there, like the force function hitting from that distance. Not too sure what Phonon does to pick up from there. Okay, gets the throw there.
Yeah, Dahe is rifling through the playbook right now, looking for stable Oki, and cannot find it.
Oh my god. 6C, and that is a Phonon that has been taken out back, so to speak.
Yeah. Was that 2?
That is 2.
Oh, we're putting the PS4 in rest mode.
I think we might be switching consoles, actually. For
put it to sleep.
It is very funny looking. I don't know if we're switching the setup yet for doing that, or if a player just like defaulted into that to turn off the controller.
Right. Oh yeah, because the PS5 might be a little bit different.
I'm assuming that it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me make sure. Let me see what's going on real quick, because I think Mr.B is taking a look as well.
We shouldn't be switching for anything.
I think that was an accident.
Yeah, just moving some stuff around over there. But yeah, I mean, we saw some difficult combo unders. Phonon, there's a lot of tricky spots to be in, and I think Sunshine was just able to capitalize on that. Was ready on the Abare. So they will be moving on to play against Avery Chu in that loser semis with Wagner. We got Mr.B and Pierre on deck. PlayStation back online. In the meantime, thank you for joining us today. This is Boston Blue Beats bi-monthly tournament. Run these every other month. Tweeto's so alive. Tweeto's thriving over there, don't worry. Yeah, if you're in the New England area, lots of good games being represented here. I have a blast every time I come down. We've got Undernight, Fatal Fury, and Blaze Blue on stream, but there's, I'd say about like 3 games being run every block there as well. So no matter what you play, if you're a Sailor Moon main, this is your spot. I saw Killer Instinct at least one of these rigs earlier. Lots to love.
I have no idea if the stream can even hear me, but the Killer Instinct setup was me.
Oh, yeah. Our producer, I would say, was on Killer Instinct over there earlier. I saw you out of the corner of my eye. I was just like, what's going on over there? So, you got a game you like? You could probably find a spot to play it. And that's kind of the magic of the locals, right? Like, that's kind of a very special thing to be a part of. No pinging for games here. You set up, you see who shows up, and you teach them what you like. Ho. It's a good venue. Love it here.
Yeah, so we did have a quick odd issue with the PS4. We'll see if it persists. But we have coming up here, this is going to be Mr.B versus Pierre. Every time I talk to Mr.B about playing BBB, he's always like, or rather the last time I talked to him, he was like, you know, I've been playing Wagner, it's been very fun, this, and that. And then I think Pierre was there, and then he said, I've been playing this guy, and like quoted him specifically. It was mad funny.
I mean, when we were talking in March, it was like,
yeah,
it was like Operation Beat Pierre. Like, you don't want to get caught off guard. And like in March, it was when Redblade was here, when Fox, I think, was here.
Yep.
Pierre was taking names.
Yeah, it was because I remember it was Red Fox, Carp, and 2Gig. All of the top players were playing their subs, and then 2Gig was like, hey, it's Carmine.
Yeah. You got it. Well, worked out pretty good for him in the long run, I would say.
Mean, yeah.
I got to see him on the other coast for a minute.
Dude, that man was hitting it. He was striking people. A lot like Pierre is right now. Jesus.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the nature, right? Like, this is why Mr. B's got that kind of vitriol when he's like, yeah, I've been playing a lot of this game, playing a lot of this guy.
Yeah.
Like, it's because he's a demon. Yeah. Like,
and it's like the nicest, like, he never is like genuinely like mad.
No, of course.
About it. He's always like, dude, this guy's doing crazy stuff.
It's the good stuff. It's the in-game frustration. It's the things that make you better. Because it's like, you go home with like a sense of vengeance. You are figuring out what you want to be doing. And now you're seeing on screen exactly what that is.
Making some adjustments here in round 2. I'm going to go for the smart steer as well. Yeah, I was not expecting the extension off of the 2TC.
Oh, don't you dare do it again.
He's going to reversal on that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like that's the kind of gameplay you expect from Pierre. And now that Mr. B expects it, he's got a clean answer to it, which is really handy.
Yeah, it's very funny, right? Not only do these guys play against each other a lot, but when you're up against someone that's as wild as Pierre, like, usually the modus operandi against them is like you just play solid and you just like you make sure that your hesitations and your counter hits are dealing like phenomenal damage. But sometimes in Undernight, like things can get like pretty weird regardless.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of like the best part of the game, right? Is you're put into these like game states that are just very bizarre, and that's really the best way to open someone up because defense can be pretty strong otherwise in this game.
There's a couple of interactions that we're seeing like post CS pretty frequently where Mr. B's going for a lot of GTC. I wonder if he's like trying to scout out like that region.
Yeah, saw the 5B.
TRM'd as well, it looks like, off that interaction. Sunshine immediately going for canceling the 2 and 4. Not quite fast enough for the punish, too far for a jab.
I love it. Just being ready with the super anyway.
Ooh,
crazy.
The force function as well, intercepting the thrust here.
He's building that meter.
200 meter. Oh my, this is very, these are drop pulls.
Okay.
Drop pulls. That, I'm not going to lie to you. That was definitely a scenario where Mr. B, quote unquote, should have died.
Yep.
I put the quotes on that specifically because, like, when you're playing and you think that, sometimes you get so mad. When you
don't ever think about that when you're on the machine. Like,
God.
You kill him later. Like, you just figure it out along the way because there's nothing you can do at that point. It's all about the present. Nasty.
Oh
How are you ready for that?
So Undernight as a game with its RPS is pretty like, I think neutral and like RPS decisions in neutral and Undernight are like some of the strangest things about it.
Yeah.
When you come from other games. But I can't lie, like Pierre flat out is just making really, really strong call outs, just throwing force function. It feels like right before a thrust comes out.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you're seeing Pierre, it looks like he's like countering like 5B on reaction. You know what I mean? Like very wild stuff.
Oh my god, this is a good hit here. Pierre's in a pretty dope position, honestly. Shield.
Yeah. Yeah, playing what we affectionately call the Grand Blue Zone. You, like 2 character links out from somebody in the corner. And if they try to come in on you, you hit them. If they try to jump on you, you anti-air them.
Yeah, there are...
If you're Pierre, you do both.
Yes. That zone in this game can be very, very funny depending on the character.
Yeah, some of your moves just reach that far,
yes.
like, frequently.
Like, one of the craziest things is when you think about, like, just how, like, you know, people will meme about it, like, this game has full screen options, this and that. And that's one thing. Dog, the lows in this game are massive.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Yo, this is... I feel like I'm coughing like I'm the guy getting hit.
Yeah, I feel like... I don't know. People talk about 4D chess. It's like Pierre's playing mousetrap over here, like just like doing some stuff and it's working. Drop the net on him.
Okay.
Oh,
this is looking dire. This is doable.
Better spot.
Is it easy? No, but this is very doable. All right, you send the 2-2 BC. Okay, you want to go for the hard knockdown.
You have to have conviction here because you can't be afraid of your offense being called out by Pierre.
Yes.
It has to work. If you want to win, it's got to work.
You have to commit to the decisions. You have to accept that being wrong means just losing the game outright here.
Being right may mean
go
you
for
win.
The high Wex. Oh my god. And again, it's only because of like being willing to commit to those decisions.
Absolutely.
Like,
look at that. Nice.
You could easily see that if Mr.B had hesitated on any of those decisions, that Pierre would have smelled the blood of the water.
Yeah, easily. A player like that especially. Like, that's kind of how they get their game started, is knowing when you're feeling uneasy about the moment and then doing what you are expecting them not to do. Like, so Mr.B capitalizing and maybe turning the tides just a bit here. Has a really good position. Corner damage looking nice for this character, and we're going to get a great setup as well. Thoughts and prayers, okay.
Once again, you see Aurier walking into that zone a couple character links away, just watching for the reactions. Because Pierre is starting to opt for a few more like J2Cs. You saw the TK shield swipe come out as well. He's trying to call out like maybe like a dash of 2A for Mr.B to start pressure on a relatively non-committal button, and then just immediately like extract as much reward as possible. So Mr.B's trying to like walk a little bit out of range just so that he can at least like 5A or 5B, just literally poke with the pointy stick.
Yeah, he definitely wants to reverse the situation when he's in that corner, and you're seeing Pierre fight the way out, willing to spend like 100 meter just to get the plus frames in the forward advancement. But Mr.B is so good at bringing the corner back here. I mean, look at this. There's like one conversion, and then here we are once again. We're playing that same game.
I feel like I'm booking a flight every time I watch like Mr.B get a hit.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, yeah.
I think maybe he was looking for a 6B. That's why he neutral jumped there. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. I think, yeah, trying to target those lows is a good call, and it's working really good against certain players who like are building their whole game around that. It's not a bad place to start, but I think Pierre is going to be on that second layer a little faster.
Why in God's good green earth did that just happen in that map? Can you please explain to me?
No, never can I ever. I feel like this, it's like, you know, a nature show. You're just like, that's just under night. Like, that's how it is.
No, that is.
We live here in harmony.
I don't know if I would call that interaction harmonious. You know what I mean? You do any music?
Huh?
You do any music?
Do I do it? Like, do I play?
Yeah.
No, not really. I've got a couple like synths, but they're toys. You know, I'm not good at anything yet.
Oh, that's fine.
But you're saying it's discordant. It's like
I was saying it's a crunchy chord. And a crunchy chord is not bad.
Yeah.
Crunchy dissonance isn't bad.
No, totally.
But it's not harmonious.
Yeah,
it's not harmonious.
Yeah. Some people love it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're creating in these moments to try to crack someone's defense. Like, you're trying to make it not quite right.
Unfortunate drop coming in there. The cycle ended up still going just in time in favor of Mr.B here, which is why he's likely going to, whoa.
Nice popping it. Yeah, give me the damage.
Is this kill though?
Oh, I can't believe that.
Oh my god.
Did that do anything? That's so brutal. Yeah, the scaling.
When you are fully prorating like a combo in this game, you are literally doing like 9 damage at a time.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Like the minimum damage on buttons is so low.
And we're going to see the alternative here. Big damage coming out outside of 3D, but going for the knockdown. Throw. Wow, the brink of death. I think you do not want to like have your opponent at a sliver in this game. The clutch factor is too much.
And then on top of that, again, like,
Nasty.
you gain so much meter on him. So that
Yes.
if your opponent gets that one interaction, it can spiral really crazy.
Yeah, I mean, meter management in this, you can be pretty, like, insane with the amount that you spend. Between CS and like, getting smacked, you build it back really quickly. 200 is nice, but you kind of want to cash it out. You don't want to sit on that forever because it's worth a lot more on the screen than it is in the pocket.
I cannot tell you the amount of times where I've played. Oh, you're dead! I cannot tell you the amount of times I have had Pinku hit me with Byakuya when Byakuya has 20 meter, and I watched the cutscene super happen, and I just because he just built 80 meter.
Yeah.
In a round start corner combo.
Yes, absolutely. And like
tragic.
that's the power of this is that when you get that CS, when you're at 200, you get one confirm like that, and the like jungle gym you set up brings you the next 100 for the next jungle gym.
Dog, it's a dog eat dog world.
Truly.
Couple of good
Ooh,
shields
good
here.
low.
Cycle's still going to go in favor of Pierre. Mr.B did not opt to go for a smart steer. Trying to play out the next interaction. Manages to get out the CS from Pierre without really putting himself at risk at all anyway. So very good play there. That beats the jab. Jabs in this game.
That was crazy.
Jabs in this game are about as like tall as like. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Never mind. But like
Hers is looking really low. Like it's pointing downwards, right? So
most characters, you will watch somebody swipe ahead, and you will be like, "Why does this jab have the height of like I don't know Peter Dinklage or something?" It's absurd. I'm like, "Oh, my bad."
oh, the stare down. No.
Oh my God, intercepting again. So like when you time out like a call out to a jump in this game, it can feel very weird.
Yes.
Because not a lot of buttons go very
Oh my
high.
God.
That's a sweep, so maybe that's what it's.
Different
But
situation, but same outcome, right? Like that's what Tsurugi is looking for
Ooh,
almost all the time.
whoa.
What are you doing?
I don't think that was intentional. I'm gonna say it. I think that was a missing.
Pierre looking for gold burst in a different game, and the whole game plan is kind of going off the rails alongside it, right? Like
We're gonna in media res cut.
Suida's looking away.
That round start, and the round just happened.
Suida's looking for the after credit scene of this match.
Yeah, like I just finished what?
Yeah,
Let's
tell
say
me
I
when
just
Nick
finished
Fury shows
watching,
up.
I don't know, Thunderbolts or something.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the recent movie.
Okay.
I haven't watched that. Okay. No, it's fine. This is fine.
Interesting. Yeah, actually,
Oh,
really good position for Pierre considering the rest of what I just witnessed.
the rest of what I just witnessed is a apt turn.
That's 2-2.
That was
Winners finals.
That was buck wild.
Next game, send someone packing into losers to think about what they've done. But we're thinking now.
Well, hold on, because again, it's winners finals. We still got our last.
Oh yeah,
game.
they're surviving. But one of these players is about to sit, and wait for a match and think like, what the hell happened here?
I would not want to get sent to the waiting room.
No, having to play like 6 in a row against either of these guys is daunting, I would say.
Put it this way, getting sent to losers here. I've been watching a telenovela recently. It's like waiting to hear if a character randomly died or not. And then winning is like when you're in The Bachelor and you're just waiting on like the wife to come up.
Yeah. You've got the rose.
Unless it was like 3 bachelors ago where that didn't happen. We'll talk about that another time.
Okay, corner looking good, but big life lead. Shoring that up ever so slightly. Oh, looking for the way out. Can't find it. Weird pickup. Nice. Okay.
Oh my God.
No punish.
All right, that's a lot of shields there. And oh no, look for the TRM opportunity again. Yeah. I've been really liking that from Sunshine. Like you don't see them do it too often, but you'll see like the 2A slight delay, 2148, and it's been cooking.
Oh, big grid break. You got to be scared of your Mr.B right now. No grid. Looking at 1 round to survive, and Pierre is just like dumping meter. CS online in just a moment.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Pierre. I got the wrong name for a moment. God!
Okay, we're cooking. 1 more touch.
Oh,
Not going to find it just yet.
It's do or die time. We were talking about this earlier. But Aurier throw does send you at like full screen here. This is looking tough.
Oh!
Has to change options here. You
what
mashed
a
after
tag.
a force function. Blocked something.
This is how you find that Discord.
Oh my God.
Well,
counter it.
little pickup.
He's got to find the button. Got to find the timing. The 2-1-4
hit.
swipes.
Oh, the drop.
No, but the CS in order to stay safe here.
Yeah,
Things are
staying
doing
alive.
okay. Special cancel off of the 6B. Good.
Massive hit.
Thanatos, my best buddy, is by my side.
I can't believe Mr.B found his way out of this.
With his imaginary friend.
Yeah, we're
God.
going to the final round. All right, and, Pierre again off to a good start. I think the round start machine really has been finding success off of every single one of those along the way of this bracket today. And we are again in the corner. Pierre soul surfing. Little knockdown. Oh, gets hit.
I'm surprised I got interrupted.
Okay.
No!
Mr. B, we'll call it a corner switch. No. Little stutter on defense, and that's going to be really dangerous for Mr. B.
Concentrate wars. Oh my god.
Gotta chill. No time.
That's so good.
Huge
He ran
pickup.
up, heavily delayed it. He was trying to snipe out like a throw from Mr. B. He's been TRMing Mr. B so much. But I think because of that, Mr. B's like, okay, I'm just going to sit.
The
I'm
hard
just gonna
knockdown.
watch. Good delay on the 2C! Not enough. Copper wouldn't have killed regardless, but the situation is now much more awkward.
Oh.
Doesn't call out the
Guard
guard thrust. That's the
Oh,
CS
look
here.
at
Might not throw yet. Oh my god, that's
finds
one.
one.
Oh!
No,
he
the
was
yellow
looking for the
throw.
TRM! The delay special cancel. Things are fine.
Plus frames.
Oh my god, once again delaying it.
Trying to bait the throw. What happens this time?
No!
Okay, Tex.
No dice on the TRM anymore. Mr. B's long adjusted.
Block
But
cross
the
up and a punish.
match!
Wow.
He's a button presser! Mr. B, but he pressed 2A. The irony is palpable. Look at him yelling a sigh of relief.
Mr. A advancing to grand.
Mr. A?
Mr. A.
I'm gonna call. Hold on. We're calling you Mr. A when you mash.
Mr. 2A.
That's good. That's good. You've got really good stuff.
We're working on this together.
You're gonna make it far in this business.
It's collaborative.
You're gonna make it far in this business. Mr. A when you mash.
I wouldn't have anything without you all.
I appreciate it. I need you to know that I appreciate you.
Grand finals for our resident Aurier champion. And we've got Pierre still alive in losers in the resentment bracket.
Resentment bracket?
Yep, right down there. Sunshine versus Aerodat coming up next. One of them has to go on to play into Pierre to see if they can scrape back to see Mr. B up at the tippity top.
Yo,
Wild set.
that was funny.
I don't know what else to expect really from those players, but it certainly was, I think, all you could ever ask for. 3-2, kind of insane by the end of it, as expected, right? Like we're saying, you can't play like a really, I don't know, traditional game plan in this if you want to open someone up. Like the best players in this game are the best on defense.
Yep.
And the new version of it has changed that a little bit, right? Where offense is stronger. It seems like players that could block out everything before are more like able to be cracked in this version. But it's still like defense can put you in a really good situation if you have your game plan. And yeah, both of them just like made the offense really weird.
Yes.
And that's what matters. You need to do that, and you need to like be comfortable enough with that to get your confirms off of it.
Yeah. So I dislike sounding like an academic, particularly because I think that it makes the language harder to understand and blah, blah, blah. I don't know, that's a linguistic thing for later. But the skills of this game are not as transferable to others, or the thought process does not transfer as well.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second here. I'm expecting this match to also be a slobber knocker of a different variety.
Yes.
With these two players here, right now at the very least, Avery's doing pretty decently for themselves.
Yeah, I think we saw Mr. B earlier with the Wagner into Tsurugi, and we saw some like unique options to deal with just little positioning things, right? Like there's a crossover in SCS just to like buy some space and find a punish on a whiffed special from Tsurugi. See if things like that can come online for Aerodat in this match, but Sunshine's been really kind of like pulling it together since the first few matches and playing really solid. And we're seeing that in play right now in that corner. Just like clean B&Bs, has a game plan, doing the damage, and we're looking at 36. One more touch can put Sunshine a round up here.
Oh my god. Pressed continuously?
Oh.
Oh wow.
Clean punish, and so much meter on deck. I mean, there's no way this goes.
So Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, no, all you.
There's a couple of blink and you miss it moments there, but like in the middle,
Yeah.
towards the end of that other round, there was actually Avery had tried to go for one of those character-specific options we're talking about. Oh my god! With the 2-4, I don't know if you saw the shield flash.
Yeah.
Slightly there. And then the 2-2C. So we might see the 2-2C in particular come up a little later because it is such a good answer for a lot of air shenanigans. But getting grid broken is probably going to lead to your life getting cut very, very short.
Yeah, just not giving a chance to do any of that here. And okay, that's a starter for sure. The wall bounce, unfortunately, brings Aerodat back into kind of like a frazzled space in mid. But we're picking up, and this is actually looking a lot better real fast. Okay.
No. You said that as I watched.
Okay.
As a drill got you, and I was like, damn, that was a 6-6 FF
The round starter.
Yeah.
100 meter, if I may. Oh, yep. Okay, DP on minus. Got to do it.
I can't stand being minus, so I'm gonna hit you.
Yep. Got to represent it early, you know.
Honestly, real. Belligerent, but real.
Ooh. Sometimes you just eat. I don't know that the Sunshine is this person, but sometimes you just got to do one. You just do one, you say, yeah, I might do this.
It's real.
Ooh. Setting up the shield. Ooh. CS finds the poke. And going into those like kind of space flows be a really good spot for Aerodat here if they're worried about force function.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
nasty.
That's rough. Getting grid broken by Sarugi is like,
It sucks.
you watch. Oh, no.
Staying alive,
What?
but not for long.
You watch the number go up when Sarugi. I don't know if you've ever seen the Sarugi like shield break routing off in the corner, off of like 2-4. It is bonkers.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some numbers that I don't normally see in this game on the back of this character.
The readings are sky high.
Yeah.
It's like the weather today. Dog,
Guido, what does the scouter say about his power level?
It's over 5,000, and I'm like,
yeah,
how much money did you spend on that? And I'm like, what?
It was free?
There's no way your investment was that low.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Sarugi
Another
stocks are
6.
rising here.
Dog. This may be embarrassing. I did not realize that Sarugi 6 was special cancel. That's mad funny. I'm just complaining because of Ogres. Because Ogre 6B is technically the fastest in this game, which to me is relatively slowish. It's like 26 frames?
Yeah.
26, 23 frames?
Reactable, according to Twitter.
It is! 23 frames.
I'll give you 23.
23 frames before like the mental stack fills up is very like doable.
Yeah.
Is it easy? No.
No.
It's doable.
But none of this stuff is easy.
Number says 21, and that's where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not going to worry about that. That's guesses.
People say under 20 frames. I'm like, we can guess. We can guess, sure.
Good tech.
Oh my god.
No.
Mind you, he had enough time to like charge. Be like, Jesus Christ. That's another big shield break confirmed here. Let's see the damage we get off it. It's not going to be 4K. There was a bounce left in that too. There was a lot left on the plate there.
Yeah, we'll hope Sunshine doesn't pay for it.
Oh my god. He tried to J2C there. Oh, that's such an unfortunate drop.
Bits and pieces. That's going to be the difference between a win and a loss here. Oh my gosh, the tech. A little too far out for the shield. Excellent awareness.
Oh my god! Dog.
Pardon me?
I am telling you, this character's buttons. If you look at Sarugi 2C, boot up Mizumi. Boot up Mizumi when you get home, and I want you to look at Sarugi 2C, and you will understand a lot about what happened when this character was created.
I've played a lot of games that have what they call a priority system. And that interaction wouldn't fly in those games.
Like, that game...
But I'm kind of glad it does in this one.
Sarugi 2C would make you think there's priority in this game. And Sarugi J2C sometimes makes you think that, too.
Yeah.
But that was messy.
Incredibly
that was
funny,
messy.
yeah. I mean, buttons like that are something that you, at a high level, you know about them, right? Like, you target them. This is something that's been discussed at length in a Discord thread.
You want to know what makes me mad about that button?
Yeah, I do.
The Sarugi IC J2C used to be like a pretty knowledge-checky button.
Yeah.
If you shielded it, then he lost to special cancels. It was one of those moves that did that.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of like, okay, like, yeah, sure, it's like a
Your shielding jump ins. That's
high, yeah, it's
what
like
you're
a
supposed to be doing.
high commit option that will beat like your opponent trying to run up low or run up throw. Fine.
And like if they do anything else, they're in trouble. But there's like a distinct like X to Y punish for it.
Then in a patch, like a while ago, they patched it so that when you shield Tsurugi ICJ2C, he still gets a special cancel options. The reason why that's messed up is because he does this. He goes like this, and then you're like, okay, well, like, surely I can challenge. And then he does this, and you're like, damn. And then you're like, okay, well, like, maybe I'll
surely
just
I can block high.
Yeah, he does this, and then you're like, oh, okay, you know, whatever, I guess that. Then he does this, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll mash my, like, 2A. Then he does this, and then he goes, okay, I guess I won't do it. Then he does this, and then he does this, and then he puts the shield away, and then does this.
I feel like anytime I've thought, oh, okay, I can mash my 2A in this game against a character like Tsurugi, I immediately was taught otherwise.
This character's offense is so damn funny.
Yeah.
If I was full sent, if I was full committed, full sent on this game, dog, the way I would click this guy immediately, because it's so messed up and I love it.
Yeah.
Because it's so funny and it's the exact type of like I need to beat the dog like crap out of you that like I love in a character. What a silly guy.
We got the kings of comedy today because if you think this
Look,
character is funny,
he did it. See him do it?
He did this. Or this?
Dog.
He's gonna do it again.
There's a different version of this for each like different thing. See, he does that.
You don't even know which this is.
Yes. Well, he goes for this. Then he's gonna do a little bit of that, which is fine. But then he does this. Oh, see? Do you understand now?
I do, absolutely.
Like, look at the. Ooh.
Ah, okay.
We're fine.
Very,
see,
very
he did the. Frame trap. Wow. That's
all right, this guy got cooked.
Okay. I actually thought that he would commit to. You really got it because the delay on the 236 is what makes it so devious.
Yes.
You have so much time to be like, by the way, here's a follow-up.
And like being able to delay and like galling into things like charge 2C also, like just like things that suddenly have armor and mess up your whole life is again very funny. Like you're creating so many opportunities to make a bad call on defense.
Look at this. Do you see the screen? Did you see 66B's last hit up into the air, lead into an awkward drop that goes, when the hell does that happen?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
You have to be ready for it. And what does that mean?
Oh,
I don't know.
That's just a good TR.
Okay,
That was actually really
yeah.
good TR.
We're in there.
That was just good recognition.
Still, you're trying to DP out though, just saying like, no, it's not quite your turn. I don't really want to deal with this.
But you are fiending to grip this man. Oh my god. Alright, CDP Ender. I don't really think he needed to do that because the knockdown is not like super unique. You know, you still see like.
That's a whiff punish.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone tell you different.
Dude,
right there you go.
Danger jump. Oh my god.
Ooh, in the punish, okay.
Good call out here. All right.
Can we finish the play here?
We got enough meter to work with, actually.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Just a matter
100
of
online, not gonna do it.
Wow.
Wow, you are so lucky.
Jesus.
The miserly Ender there.
That is a miserly.
And what do you get? 100 meter for the next one? No, you can go in the back. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Operation Beat Pierre underway, but it's going to be tough. We got a round apiece here.
Oh my god. 60. We saw this. We've seen this today.
What can I say about this matchup, really? Like, it's just like, yeah, they're hitting each other. Like,
I'm watching 66B get backdash into a 66B punish. Their 9-frame low that leads into a full route is being backdashed into their other 9-frame low that leads into a
oh my god.
You just got hit. I'm not even going to front you.
Yeah, just smashed.
I know I'm yelling a lot as you are doing your best to be like, hey, this is what's happening on the screen.
That's perfect.
I just need you to... Again!
Yeah.
God, I can't play over-under on 66B, man. I can't.
Look at this. Like, 3K and change.
God.
It's very funny, though, because neither of them can run, like, kind of a concrete offense on Oki, right? Because they both have, like, such bizarre checks to some of those answers. So you just see Pierre backing up. He's just like, I don't really know. I don't want to deal with this shit. And like, immediately, the second that you try to press, all of a sudden Sunshine has you in the corner. How is this happening?
Because mind you, this was Jump Assault J2C.
Okay.
What? Okay. Jesus Christ. I actually have never witnessed that happen in a non-round start scenario, and the fact that it was literally like same frame is
Frame
crazy.
perfect. Yeah, they just knew.
Yeah,
Tapped in.
That's a speed run. That's a co-op speed run frame perfect. Trade.
Yeah, the Rudy ley line's just pulsing right now.
Truly.
What in the
Maximum
world?
mana over it and everything. All right, this is pretty good. Get your knockdown, chill out. All right, up back. That's fine. We respect each other.
Okay.
Until we don't.
No soul surfing. Tide's a little too high here for Sunshine.
That's
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Here on
Nice.
the beach, you still get a nice little hit. Everything is just breezy as we move on to the corner.
Okay, knocking a sandcastle over. The low, that was nasty.
All right, this is really good. You can just kill straight up here. Doesn't even have to be super complicated. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Good stuff for Pierre.
All right, and that is
That's 2 up.
I
Yeah.
thought it's fast.
Yeah, it's quick and it's like, it's very, it's hard to like, kind of archive it. Like every interaction it looks just like the one before, but it's totally different. And so like even like the low we saw in the last match for Pierre, just like didn't seem like it was represented before, but like was it? I have no idea.
Dude,
What the hell?
this thing is it's a strange.
They both backdash out. That
strange-
interaction though, very
Yes.
familiar. I'm getting a little deja vu right there.
Yeah, we've been seeing a few more hops to intercept some 6-6Bs and other lows. So you'll see like the positioning at the.
Ooh.
Yes, it goes on even on the. So you see like some of the like spacing where it's
Yes.
like, okay, I will TK 236 here in order to call it like either a 6-6B right here or like a different option. And it's like a very, very strong call out. Like there are like technically more risk-averse responses, but because it's like all such a crazy pace, like we just saw them like trade like 3 times in a row. I don't know what the heck got counter hit
Yeah,
there.
it just got
like,
slapped.
it's wild.
Full screen flash into 4K and some change. No, he's 3-9.
Oh my!
Okay.
Why did that trade?
Ooh,
What?
no punish.
I've never seen that. What? How weird? That's so strange.
Yeah, and like the interactions are kind of coming together. You're starting to see a little bit more of the individuals like behind the character right now. You're seeing a lot of Pierre going for those like overhead, the low crushes in the mid screen. I don't know what happened there, but good job.
Can we see the players' faces right now? Can we please see the players' faces?
I can
right
see
now?
one of them.
I need to know if
They're
they have a
cracking
straight
up.
face right now, because there's just no way. I'm looking off from the
To
side.
me, it looks like Sunshine's having a lot of fun.
I think folks here are having a good time,
Yeah.
I love looking at Pierre's face after every set because like sometimes he looks like he's so stressed out and like he'll like win or he'll like do like the silliest things
Yeah.
and he looks like he just got out of like a work meeting where he just got flamed by his boss. Like he'll just be like, man, he's really all
Yikes.
night today.
Shouldn't have done that.
And you'll watch him and be
Yeah.
like, dude, you just mashed like 32 Cs and you just won. What?
So funny.
It cracks me up every time. I've not had the chance to have like a
We're
long
seeing
conversation with him. but
like
Jesus, kills me.
in those sets, Pierre going high and
Yeah.
Sunshine going low, and that winning out for Pierre kind of every time, right? Like
Yeah.
that was like a meaningful part of the damage done by Pierre in that match. And
Yeah.
we saw like a quintessential 3-0 but close situation. Like
Yes.
it was like the interactions were there the whole time, but Pierre always had a little bit more damage on the board by the end of it. So that's where you can really iron those things out, but it's really hard to see until like even that third game where you're just
Yeah.
like, okay, wait, who is getting what here?
Because the other part of it too is that like because both player like it is a genuine slugfest. Both players are dropping a whole bunch of stuff everywhere.
Yeah,
It is very difficult to slow down the pace of the match.
right.
To like kind of take a step back and say, okay, this is what I need to do. This is the other thing, and like so on and so forth. And like, especially against those players where like all sorts of craziness are happening. We actually saw this repeated in this previous winners finals match, right? As we're moving on to grands here, right?
Yeah.
Very fast paced, very crazy, and like, Jesus, it was only up until like basically the last game where both players are like, okay, let's take a deep breath and figure out
Yeah.
what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, trying to like feel forced to slow it down, and that's something that you want someone to feel, but you don't want to be able to let them do it. So it's like Pierre going in is trying to put Mr.B in a position where they have to play like not scared, but like kind of frantic.
Yeah, I would say it's like trying to play measured against some players is very difficult
Yes.
And it's really, really easy. I struggle with this all the time. It's very easy to get swept up into their pace.
Yeah.
You're just like, Jesus, okay, they're doing this. I have to play at this pace and do all of these things. Oh, that was a really smart interaction there. So because Mr. B had whiffed the green shield there, Pierre had noticed and then opted for the 2 and 4C in order to grid break. But even when you whiff green shields in this game, you can still guard cancel out.
Oh,
so
crazy.
Mr. B had to do that in order to avoid getting shield break broken.
That's really
and then
smart.
lose the round that way. Yeah.
Just commit to the option.
Yeah, you'll see this interaction play out in other ways where characters like will whiff a green shield and they have meter. But against Saruki in that particular scenario, the 2 and 4C is such a loaded option. And that's why, like, the screen flash did end up giving Mr. B a lot of room.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, in the corner here, Mr. B putting the pressure on. And as we've seen, Saruki has a lot of ways to escape the corner. But Mr. B is doing their best to kind of keep those all covered, and I think they're doing a pretty good job with it. Tagging with these lows, trying to get into the shield, and finally finds an overhead, opens Pierre up, and big damage on the table.
I think it's straight up. I'm pretty sure J2C is straight up like hit, but it's like as a low crush, like Mr. B likes using it a bunch,
my
as well as like 3C or something like this.
Where is this character? Okay.
You know, she's hop, skipping, and jumping.
Yeah, absolutely. But Pierre able to navigate all of that, and now finding some offense. We're back to neutral.
Yeah.
If
The
you
stare
can call
down,
it that.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Neither player wants to deal with a crazy interaction. You know, we've seen so many throw tech and DPs. We've seen like wait in the CS.
The emptiest jump low. Oh!
I don't
for
think
City.
he's-
It's pretty high.
again, that's only the second time. A
Oh
great CS
my
there.
goodness.
Again, the recognition on the 2-1-4 there is really crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
I always forget if it's 2-1-4 or 2-2-3, but it's really, really good stuff from Pierre there because he's recognizing a lot of these green shield places from Mr. B. He's CSing to check because regardless, the interaction there, like Saruki has a lot of things that he can throw out there. He can probe for whatever the opponent's doing. So by the time you realize the green shield's coming out, you can dial in the 2 and 4C, and that is again a massive starter.
Yeah, it's the kind of reaction that you have to be looking for to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
But like just knowing where the spots are and thinking like a move ahead, you're seeing people that appear to be telegraphed, but only to Pierre.
Yeah. And Garm is pointing out a little bit in the chat there. I just want to highlight it because I don't know if that spacing is even like close enough to do run up throw. Like it might just be like 2 and 4.
Yeah, I think it looked like something that would really like sealed the gap more than anything else could.
You see those shields coming out there
Yep.
from Pierre as well. I really want to see how Mr. B responds to that. You might see a few more delays, a few more rebeats, and maybe a little bit of run up throw there. And I think for Pierre, it's not bad if he takes the throw necessarily, specifically because, Jesus Christ, specifically because, you know, of how far Aurier throw is leaving him, right? Like you see Mr. B almost have to like kind of re-engage and take up any like plus frames off the knockdown just to get back into position to like threaten with like a decent offensive posture here as Pierre.
The wild thing about that too, though, is that it means that Mr. B is waiting a little bit more in those corner situations, right? And that's where Pierre is finding the outlet.
He went for like a 5A or a 5B there, mind you. And
I'm not playing round start into this guy ever. Like,
oh my God,
there you
that
go.
shield there was so good. It resulted in the EX follow up actually whiffing there, which let Mr. B go for the punish.
Yeah,
entirely.
corner switch too.
Yeah. Again, that throw taking them at full screen there, and then Pierre is willing to roll the die accordingly.
The cartwheel out.
Lots of follow-ups here. Mr. B slowing down the strings a little bit.
Oh!
What? Whoa! That was a blink and you miss it force function cancel.
Yeah,
I have actually
a lot
never.
going on in that moment.
That was absurd. That was actually really sick, dude.
And sitting on Veil off, doing something with it. I like that. Just like kind of creating a bad situation for Pierre. Looking for the overhead, not going to find anything.
Oh my God.
Tagging the jump out.
Really good like placed by the I always actually get a mix up.
Oh, there's this and this.
Oh my God.
Mr. 2A alive and well here.
He is present.
Stealing the round.
Dude, I'm not over that force function cancel throw. That was actually bananas.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's
that was
a clickable moment. It's just trying to figure out what was happening in there.
I don't know. I want to get a step into Pierre's mind. Because sometimes he just looks so stressed. Other times I'm like, you might be a genius.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like just like commitment and like just like believing in those kind of things too. It takes a very certain kind of like dialed in.
Damn, damage. He's going to opt for the hard knockdown here with the steer ender. Plenty of grid to work with, so he doesn't even have to worry about losing some of it. He can't see us, but he's going to lose on the cycle right now, which results in Pierre getting the opportunity to TP out. Not a high reward, but the 2A, 2-1-4 is going to end up working out here. Ooh, awkward drop, but we're fine. 200 meter though. The cannon is absolutely loaded.
Yeah, you really don't want to get hit again.
Mr.B has to be careful with these shields.
Oh, what an answer. On the backdash, too.
Yeah. Sheesh. And I felt so stressed every time Mr.B went for a shield there. Because he might be looking, because, you know, shield the air normal, very minus, very punishable, but you don't know if Pierre is going to, Jesus, that was good for us. You don't know if Pierre is going to play it such that, like, you know, or generate, like, some sort of green shield with.
Yeah.
He's been grid breaking so crazy, but I really love the willingness of Mr.B to not back down, you know?
Absolutely. And just, like, being able to turn that kind of aggression on and then off again, like, to find these moments to bait out like something punishable. Right there, getting right up in your face with the forward advancing options and then just slowing it right back down again, creating that like weird pressure so that it makes it a little harder for Pierre to like pick and choose the spots and try to break out.
Yeah, and I think you see us specifically on the, I keep forgetting if it's 6-6B or 6-6C, because it's a move that has so many hits to it,
yeah.
You might mash shield in order to like generate a lot of grid.
Right,
so I think he wanted to do the CS Thanatos call to either check like if he was going to press a button or try to like grid break there.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool stuff there from Mr. B here.
Yeah, I'm always impressed by people's ability to cover these options and like look for something like that, which happens in a blink of an eye. But just to know that it's coming and be aware of those options and be able to check them.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Backs off there. Mr. B does not want to commit. He recognizes the life lead here. He does not need to overextend. Even though the DP connects, it doesn't really do anything here, right? Still at mid-screen. Mr. B ends up finding his turn regardless here. Ooh, 2C ending up connecting there.
Yeah, Mr. B just has to go for free pressure now because right now you're looking at such a life lead. You really kind of want to just like time this one out for 45 seconds if you can. There we go, nice.
Again, that's one of those times where like you have so much on the clock, you have so much health to work with.
Yeah.
It is absolutely like a very chill time, you know? You don't see timeouts happen in UNI2 like super frequently.
Right.
But it's really important to not forget that the clock is truly on your side in a lot of scenarios.
Yeah, in this game more than many. Like, and the thing is though, like 60 seconds is like more of a commitment to that game plan. When it's like 25, you're like, okay, I can do this, guaranteed. 60 means that like you have to like maintain that composure for a long time.
Yeah. Thanatos call once again looking around for a potential green shield. The throws are connecting without any grid break though.
Yeah, Mr. B on the plane of 1,000 cuts right now, just bits and pieces, tiny bit of damage.
Ooh.
Not trying to get hit by anything in the midst, but unfortunately that is not his choice. Pierre back online, mid-screen with the bombos.
The knockdown on that not super great for mid-screen. He caught the purple shield. Yeah, he found that really quickly. He saw it for like 2 seconds and just immediately.
Yeah,
for the 2-4.
I mean, it was the trade, and then he just popped CS to see what happened. It's like it's the same thing as looking for a jump in, right? Like you're looking for the thing. You just have to be aware of the shield. I think a lot of players are at the point in this game where you can be aware of that jump in. Shield's a little trickier. I'm not so sure it matters anymore, actually. This is gonna do quite a bit of damage. Does that kill?
I think it kills. Yeah, it's IWEX. It's IWEX.
Good.
You are going to blow up.
Yeah. We're looking at tournament point here for Mr. B.
And mind you, the interaction that that's actually unfortunate. But again, as you mentioned, tournament point, look at the meter gain. 80 to rock with.
Yep.
Somehow navigating in a weird circle.
Yeah, really bizarre do-si-do here.
Yeah.
And 150 on deck, going for the harder knockdown.
Yep. Sets up the Thanatos, trying to, again, keep the pressure safe. Lots of green shields there. Ends up creating so much. What?
Mr. B was so ready, but for what? Like, Pierre just went in with a big jump in, said this works every time.
That JC hit from Kentucky, and he still managed to like walk all the way to Louisiana.
Not the Rust Belt JC.
Truly, like potato. Does he not look like he would get like a mean potato? Maybe this is not appropriate given the Boston continent. But still, like, is that not a little bonkers?
He's peak Boston.
Dude, it's nuts. Oh my God. When in doubt, J2C it out on a low poke. My God. And again, he is at tournament point here.
Yeah, that red life bar staying alive and coming all the way online. Pierre with big damage towards the corner here.
With the hop, skip, and a jump over all these
trickery.
lows. Mind you, the Olympics were last year here. assaults. No CS on the whiff. There should be a big pick.
Oh,
What?
what an attempt. I love to see it. Great punish on the side of Mr.B.
I did not expect Force Function to just get Aurier out of dodge, even though Pierre had like Mr.B dead to rights.
Yeah, after all, that is what it's for, I suppose. But now we're back on the offensive game plan. Pierre not shaken by such a punish. Looking really strong here. Has a great chance to even this up.
No shields. Interesting.
Talking about the players slowing it down earlier, right? This is the moment.
Yeah.
We just saw that for maybe the first time from Pierre, and no, all the way back online. Forgot, the flip had to be switched. We're doing the damage today. Great parry on,
Oh my god, thrust. Okay, cancel doesn't end up connecting here. We're back into an awkward scenario.
Oh!
See the no cancel there?
That
He baited
backup
out the
wish
green shot
punish.
because the cycle's
No,
almost
no
ended, but
punish.
he still
Didn't finish
dropped.
the plate. Mr.B is staring down at least one more game in the set.
Yeah. Mr.B, you can feel the ways in which he's like, okay, you're gonna hit the button here. I know that you're nervous, you're gonna DP here. And Pierre just,
turning back to look at the peanut gallery over here. Just being like,
dude, again, he always looks so stressed in these sets. It's mad funny. Because he'll be stressed, and then I will look at him, and I'm like, dude, you are, like, trying to, like, blow up everything within, like, a 5-mile radius.
sometimes I try to explain this to people who don't play these kind of games, though. Like, the stress is part of the fun. Like, you're exhilarated, and physically speaking, in the realest of real worlds, there's not really a big risk.
I know.
Like, you are doing it to have some fun, to feel some things, and Pierre is absolutely feeling it right now.
Yeah, he plays like he has like the half-life of an active radioactive isotope. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Like, we might not be able
What
to
are we doing here?
No, we're just waiting. We're looking. We're looking.
gazing
We're looking
into each
we're
other's
looking,
eyes.
We're looking. We're looking. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
They're fighting because they're in love. Okay. What do we got? It always feels like it slows down so, like, distinctly on the side of Mr.B. And look at this punish. That was
Oh my
so
God,
sick.
that was crazy.
Just finds the cleanest pickup. Back to match point.
Yeah. Again, we'll have to see what happens here. Pierre has been able to pull crazy stuff out of nowhere, despite like some of the leads that we're getting. You know, Mr. B's getting this hit here, 200 meters, so he can get whatever knockdown, side swap, or what have you that he wants here.
Oh, you got both this time.
Seriously, yeah.
Okay, side swap and big damage, 243. Just need a couple of those. There was a minute where Aurier was not supposed to be hitting very hard, but in this version of the game, she's doing okay.
Yeah, she got a lot of interesting stuff in general, like, but I think the big thing is just that, like, she has this DP. That grid
break.
Hold on a
Huge
second.
life lead.
But, and yet somehow,
Oh, we're going Pierre mode.
some way, Pierre, through the stroke of luck, manages to find an absurd, obscene, otherwise incalculable, unable to predict hit. Good throw tech as
42
well.
with no resources. Gonna
And
get thrown for
yet-
tournament, but wow.
What a wild path we took to get there. What a wild path we took to get there.
That's the way to victory in this game. You have to take the long road. You go like backcountry, bushwhack. Absolutely no trail.
Hold on a
You do
second.
not know your way.
Back up here. Why did you say that country, then bush?
You are going through the woods, through the scrub,
Yeah.
all the way.
The Badlands.
The Badlands,
The
the nasties.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only one way to like crack someone in grand finals in this game, and you got to make it weird.
Yeah.
You have to go all the way off trail.
It's like, mind you, on top of like the strange things that might just happen when like Pierre is playing against people, these two have played against each other a bunch.
Yes.
So there is also just the degree of like, okay, you've played against each other a lot. What the heck are you thinking about right now?
Yeah, you always see that in like at least at one point in a major, but in an event like this where it is really like the same people time after time, you see it a lot more. And like when you're talking about like that top 3 of a local event, they are all like they go home and they study how to beat that other person. They're like, I can handle like XYZ round 1 and 2, like that's fine. But if they like Pierre loses a set, and the next time they're playing this game, they're thinking about kill Mr.B.
Yes.
Like
Probably.
first, because that might be the next time they play that game at that level is like here to try to do that again.
Yeah.
So it does make for really good sets.
Yeah. And mind you, again, this monthly is coming up right before Combo Breaker. We're
Yes.
going to see UNI2 at Combo Breaker. As a quick self-plug, Jade is going to be running Plus R at Combo Breaker as well. as
Oh,
part of
nice.
Boston Blue, yeah, as a side bracket. I will be running Blazewell as well as a side bracket. So if you guys like some of the games that you'll be seeing here later today, Definitely be sure to check those out. The signups are available at the All In Together. So please make sure to check that out.
Is registration going to go for that a little longer? Like, because
Yeah.
I know that the main game signups are ending like today.
It ends on the 22nd.
Okay,
So
cool.
All In Together signups end on the 22nd. People will be posting it, I'm sure, and et cetera, et cetera.
I got to say, events like that at these majors are some of the best ones. You have these brackets that are entirely grassroots. They're from people who want to play this game and they want other people to play the game. And you're still getting these massive turnouts. You get to play the best players in the country, sometimes the best players in the world at these things. And they want to be there because they're having fun. So, yeah, if you're going to one of these majors, take a look at All In Together. Sign up for something, whatever you want. I threw Soul Calibur on there today.
Which one?
Yesterday?
Is it
6.
SC2 or 6? Oh, 6.
We're doing 6.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I want to play. People are excited about that game. I love playing it. And it's like, it's a little bit smaller than these main games. You're not making $500,000 if you're the best in the world. But
it's still fun.
If you're not the best in the world, you weren't making it anyway.
Yeah.
And you got to show up at the biggest events and play this stuff. So please sign up for BlazBlue, sign up for Plus R. There's good stuff on the table for you.
But yeah, Lennox is doing the Birdman clap behind
what do you need
in
from
front
me?
of us right now. So I'm going to get the heck out of here, folks. It has been a very wild ride. Thank you guys for tuning into this section of our bi-monthly dormancy. It has been
always a pleasure
watching some wild stuff.
What a blast.
But,
we're going to have Fatal Fury next. I think there might be Tiny Break.
Yeah.
And then you'll be seeing some more of us, some more great matches, so please stay tuned. And yeah, we'll see you in a sec.
Yeah, take it easy, y'all.